Let's do a gear shift and start talking about LVMH. So that, of course, is a luxury goods company, which the L and the V and the MH stand for Louis Vuitton, Moet and Hennessy. So the Moet and Hennessy part, of course, is what you're seeing on your screen there, which is really an incredibly strong brand. But it's also should be noted that LVMH basically owns the entire champagne industry. They own Dom Perignon, they own Veuve Clicquot, they own Krug. And, you know, after you've gotten through those, you've basically covered all the luxury end. But there are all sorts of other things going on in there. There are handbags, there are leather goods, that's the Louis Vuitton thing. There's perfumes, there's watches, cosmetics, the Sephora stores, all sorts of things. Market capitalization, 95.82 billion euros. So give or take a shake, that's about 95.82 US dollars as well. Price earnings ratio of 25.5, had some nice results recently. Dividend yield 1.5%. Nice company, pretty strong, French.
Yeah. And look, as you say, they've got those champagne brands tied up. And while you've got an awful lot of wealthy people, and you know we see the talk at Davos this week about how much a small coterie of people actually own the world's wealth. That isn't going away anytime soon. And they do have a great liking for these brands. Louis Vuitton, I think in its own right accounts for about 50% of the earnings of this company.
And those again, items are just incredibly popular with their core supporter base.
Precisely.
The amounts people pay for these handbags as they bring out new lines.
And I mean, you only have to walk into the Sandton and the Cape Town store to appreciate just how expensive these things are. They don't have price tags. You don't go in and ask how much it is, because if you have to, you can't afford it. It's as simple as that.
Speaking of, you don't ask unless you can afford it, the share price looks pretty toasty too. And that move in late 2016 came when they beat earnings expectations. They had a couple of strong points in the fourth quarter numbers. US sales, they were talking about mainland China rebounding. So all in said, looking quite attractive.
Yeah, look, I'd be pretty hot on this one. I like it, it's quality. And as you say, they've got huge barriers to entry. So of all the quality upmarket stocks currently doing the rounds at this point in time, I think this is the one I'd have to plump for.
So if you were on the moon and you were looking at luxury goods items, you wouldn't necessarily only look at Richemont, which is our traditional luxury goods holding. You'd think this one could be considered side by side. Interesting control structure. There's a Frenchman called Bernard Arnault who's 67 years old, and he created a luxury goods company, Dior, which people will be familiar with, the perfume brands, and then engineered his way into owning this whole thing. It's got some interesting industry relationships that we'll look at a little bit later when we talk about Diageo. Anyway, what I'm hearing is that this company continuing to fire on all cylinders, and if it's not doing well in the one area, it does well in the other. So, hot on this one?
Very beautifully diversified, as you say, Paul. Very hot on this one.
Excellent, good. I am too. Right.